Yesterday was the 5th anniversary of January 6th, and Jack Smith, the January 6th special counsel, testified in a 255-page transcript that we have posted on our website that Trump was the most culpable and most responsible person in the conspiracy, and that the attack on the Capitol would not have happened without him. Now, in the past, you defended Trump against those accusations. You blamed Antifa for storming the Capitol. You supported the January 6th rioters. And you said this, quote, there was mass voter fraud on a scale that should terrify every American, regardless of political party. That has found not to be true by over 60 cases. So now that you are the new Marjorie Taylor Greene, do you still believe that those things that you said in the past?
Well, first of all, I'm the same Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I can tell you with authority because I was actually there that day. And serving in Congress, I've viewed all of the security tapes within the Capitol. Also, I can tell you because I was in White House meetings, spoke with the president leading up to then. I know that he requested 10,000 National Guard troops to be there on January 6th. Nancy Pelosi denied that. Also, Sergeant Sund, head of the Capitol Police, has testified that he asked for backup and was not even responded to for hours and hours and hours.
Do you still support the January 6th rioters?
I support the people that, so first off, over 95% of BLM and Antifa rioters, their charges were dropped. They were never prosecuted.
Do you believe that Antifa and not the January 6th rioters
I'm against a two-tier justice system. January 6ers, almost 100% were prosecuted and were sent to prison.
And do you think that
I'm also against solitary confinement, which your mayor of this city just signed an executive order against. And so
you still think it was Antifa and BLM that attacked the Capitol?
I believe that like when it was happening because
But you don't believe that now?
No, because I had never seen Trump supporters be violent before, and we went through a year. We went through a year. In 2020. We went through a year of watching Antifa and riots all over the country.
So you don't believe that
caused
now?
$2 billion in damage. No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Those were my statements while it was happening.
Okay.
I'm inside the Capitol. What is happening?
Do you believe that Trump was responsible for the insurrection on the Capitol?
No, he did not plan it. He did not order it. And I can tell you that.
He encouraged it.
You don't think he incited an insurrection?
He said people go peacefully and make your voices heard. He's on record on video saying these things. I'm telling you the facts.
But he was complimenting them, so that encouraged them. Come on.
I don't agree with political violence. So I spoke out against Antifa destroying property and hurting people, BLM rioters destroying property, and January 6th rioters. I am on record over and over saying that was wrong. However, what I'm against is a two-tiered political system that prosecutes one political protester to the hilt and then lets off other political protesters.
I do want to get in on another growing rift within the America First movement that really came to a head over the holidays. Ben Shapiro spoke out against many who have been platforming and amplifying Nick Fuentes, who we've asked you about before, somebody who has praised Hitler, downplayed the Holocaust, used racist tropes against Second Lady Usha Vance, said black people should, for the most part, be in prison and women want to be raped. Now, we all agree he has a First Amendment right to say those things. We all do. But I want to know, do you believe he has a place in the America First movement?
Well, number one, I protect free speech, even speech that I disagree with, and I disagree with those things. So that's easy for me to say. But I think free speech is important, and I'm completely against censorship. So Nick Fuentes is simply an American, no different than any other American.
But should he be invited into the Republican platform? Because people like Tucker Carlson are mainstreaming him. They're interviewing them without pushing back on some of these issues.
I think the narrative of him being promoted within the Republican Party is simply a narrative I only see in the media. I think anyone interviewing another person, I don't see a problem with that because then it allows other Americans to hear their voice and make their own decisions. I don't know Nick Fuentes.
Do you think Republican politicians should try to get his support?
I spoke at an event of his because it was all young people, and I said, I want to talk to these young people. I don't have his phone number. He doesn't have mine. I never talk to him. I never watch his podcast. I don't follow him on social media.
But do you think Republican politicians should try to get his support and the support of his so-called Groyper movement?
You have 10 seconds.
I think Republicans need to focus on domestic issues and helping the American people and shouldn't worry about one particular voice. I think they need to center directly on what is helping that young generation, but I don't think they need his approval.
No, and they really don't. But we should also remind people that it's very important to understand that people like that who hint to other people, they're never going to take responsibility for what goes on. They're never going to go to jail. People will hint and say and suggest you do things and then walk away, leaving you holding the bag. So you have to use your brain to figure out whether what you're hearing is what you need to hear right now.